Hello guys, today we'll see the ionization and solubility. Ionization and solubility are the key physicochemical properties which are required for the biological action. Physicochemical properties in relation to biological action. The biological activity of a targeted drug molecule depends on its physicochemical properties. Means, suppose if any drug we'll take, the biological activity, or we can call it as biological activity, we can call it as therapeutic activity also. The drug molecule and its biological activity or therapeutic activity purely depends on various physicochemical properties. One by one, the various physicochemical properties, we'll check it now. Biological activity depends on nature and type of functional groups and spatial arrangement of certain groups in the molecule. Means the biological activity depends on nature and type of functional groups. Means which type of the functional group is present in the drug molecule, what is the nature of the functional group present in the drug molecule, and its arrangement. Spatial arrangement means arrangement of the various groups in 3D structure. Means whether the group is arranged in the front view or back view or side view, that in detail will study attached to the drug molecule. So these are all the key factors for the biological activity. To produce desired biological activity, structure of the drug molecule can be modulated. So suppose after arranging the various groups in the drug molecule, if it is not showing the 100% biological activity, then we can modulate by introducing the certain other functional groups, or we can eliminate already presented functional groups. Sometimes we can substitute, suppose hydrogen is there and that hydrogen is not showing the desired therapeutic activity, then we can substitute with other hydroxyl group. Means we are replacing the hydrogen with hydroxyl group. If chlorine group is not producing desired therapeutic activity, then we can replace the chlorine group with amino group, with other group like a fluoro group, or with iodo group, like that. So substitution we can do, elimination we can do, or introduction we can do. So like this we can modulate the already present drug molecule. We can change it with the new drug molecule, so it can produce the desired therapeutic activity. So these are the key points for showing the biological action. This will lead to, so after modulating by substituting or by eliminating or by introducing various certain groups, this will lead to development of a lead compound. What is lead compound? Lead compound means a drug molecule which shows desired therapeutic activity. See, out of 1000 molecules, suppose 1000 molecules we have synthesized. Out of 1000 molecules, some 100 molecules will show some 50% of the biological activity. So from that 50 molecules, again we'll choose which is the lead compound, means which will show 90% to 99% of therapeutic activity, which will show that molecule. We'll select that type of molecule, we'll call it as lead molecule. Ionization. So this is the first physicochemical property which is related for the biological activity. Ionization is a process of formation of negative or positive charged ions from an atom or molecule, either by losing or gaining electrons. See here one example. By example you can understand better. Sodium chloride, NaCl, I have taken, which is the undissociated form. It is not broken into ions. So this type of compound we'll call it as atom or molecule. So this type of form we'll call it as atom or molecule. So this NaCl after ionization. What is ionization? Ionization is a process of formation of negative or positive charged ions. You can see here, after ionization, the sodium chloride has been formed into sodium positive charged ion and chlorine negatively charged ion. So these two are call it as ions, and they are also call it as dissociated forms. Means undissociated form of sodium chloride has been converted into dissociated form of sodium ions and chloride ions. How these ions will be formed from a atom or molecule? By losing or by gaining electrons. If they will lose the electrons, then they will get the positive charge. If they gain the electrons, then they will get the negative charged ions. If biological activity of a drug results from ions, then activity increases. Means if biological activity of a drug depends on ions, if the ions are showing its biological activity, then biological activity will increase. If it is biological activity is resulting from the undissociated molecule, means this is the undissociated molecule, then activity will decrease. So that is how we have to understand. So now we'll see the process how it will show the biological activity. Increase in ionization increases drug's water solubility and decreases its lipophilicity. Drugs cross cellular membranes, means after entering into the human system, biological system, the drug will cross the cell membranes, means you can call it as plasma membranes also, cell membranes, in undissociated form. Undissociated form means it will be in the atom or drug molecule and shows its biological activity in ionic forms. After crossing the cellular membranes, before crossing the cellular membranes, it will be in undissociated form. After crossing the cell membrane, it will show the biological activity by conversion of the undissociated form into ionic form. The degree of ionization of a drug, how we will designate, means we will designate it as pKa value. So this is the pKa value. So now we'll see the solubility. Solubility is the second physicochemical property which is related to biological action. You can see in the picture a glass of water is there, in that solute is there. So water is acting as a solvent and solute is salt, means sodium chloride. When sodium chloride is added into the water solvent, it will dissolve. So that process of solute plus a solvent which will give us the solubility. The maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent is called solubility. How much amount of the solute? You can take in the form of solute, we can take drug also. Okay, any drug we can take. The maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent is called solubility. How much amount of the solute is dissolved in the solvent? So that property, that nature, we'll call it as solubility. That phenomenon we is called as solubility. Solubility is a important phenomenon to achieve desired concentration of drug in systemic circulation for showing better biological activity. So solubility is the important, very important phenomenon out of all physicochemical properties, because it will produce the desired concentration of the drug. So how much amount of the drug is dissolved in the biological fluid, and then it will enter into the systemic circulation for showing better biological activity. Suppose if the drug is not solubilizing completely, if it is solubilizing 50% in the biological fluid, means our biological liquid, then it cannot show the better biological activity. If it is dissolved, if solubility increases, permeability increases, means if solubility is increasing, then permeability increasing, means if the drug is solubilizing completely in the solvent, then the passage of the drug molecule through the cell membrane also increases. That property we'll call it as permeability. That word we'll call it as permeability. And then bioavailability increases. What is bioavailability? Bioavailability means availability of the drug in the systemic circulation is called as bioavailability. So if solubility increases, permeability increases, and then bioavailability increases. If solubility decreases, permeability decreases, and then bioavailability also decreases. Therapeutic effectiveness of a drug depends upon the bioavailability and solubility of drug molecule. How much it is solubilized. That so 100% therapeutic effectiveness of a drug purely depends on bioavailability and solubility. Means how much it is solubilizing in the liquid and how much being availability in the systemic circulation. So these two are the key factors for showing the therapeutic effectiveness. Drugs with low Aqueous solubility shows various formulation and bioavailability problems. So if they will show very low aqueous solubility, then we can overcome this problem by using the best solvent. So which solvent, if which solvent we will select, that solvent will show the 100% solubility. If we have taken the water, if it is not showing the 100% solubility, then we can change the solvent. So best solvent to be selected for a drug or a mixture of a drugs to show 100% therapeutic effectiveness. Thank you for watching.